Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast, which is the podcast that dedicated to all things Manchester United, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note, and I'm joined by my West Coast brother in the building. Eddie is here. What are you telling me, Eddie? You good?
I'm good, brother. How you living? How you living, man?
Yeah, fam, all good, man. You already know, man. Keeping things moving. Plenty to discuss regarding Manchester United. Good news as well. So we're gonna get into all of that. But please make sure whether you're watching this live right now or you're watching this back, hit the like button on the video. Make sure you do that. Share this across all the socials and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV as well. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell as well. Make sure you do that. And please keep all of your comments and questions Manchester United related. As you can see from the title, big title. You know what I'm saying? The title involves two players' names today. That's how you know there's so much news going on. I couldn't pick one. Normally, I'll just pick one, and then me and Eddie will talk about that topic and then discuss the rest of them. But they're both big news. So the Young saga continues. The Martinez deal looks close, but I put a question mark on there. So the Young saga continues. Martinez deal looks close. Shout out the ice cream van as always. Every time in it, shout out the ice cream van. Well, Eddie, we'll start with you. Where do you want to start? Do you want to start with the De Jong deal? Well, the De Jong saga, which is turning into Dragon Ball Z. I mean, very similar to Sancho. It's very similar to the Sancho one last season. Or do you want to start with the Martinez deal being close? You pick.
Let's get the somewhat bad news out of the way first, and that's the De Jong situation. Right.
Talk about it.
You know, Barcelona's a cold piece of work, dog. They really are a cold piece of work, bro. I can't even it's just the arrogance to do it. Again, people gonna understand this. This kind of comparison that I'm gonna put out there to it right here, right in their heart.
Well,
when you owe somebody money, all right, or somebody owes you money, and then you go on Instagram and they got the little baby post with the fresh J's on, they got the new hoodie on, they got the new jumper on, and you just sitting there like, this motherfucker owe me some money.
Owe me bread. Yep.
He owe me bread. That's what De Jong going through right now. And listen, he a real one, right? Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. If somebody owed me $17 million, I got some cousins who ain't afraid of the case. You know what I'm saying? They ain't afraid of the case.
Yeah,
they know they don't get their cut. You holding $17 million from me? Oh Lord. Oh yeah. So it's the only saving grace is it's not our fault this time. This one, I literally cannot put on us. It's that funky business down there in Barcelona. And people, if somebody was holding out their bread and was like, okay, I'm just going to wait for you to move, then I want to pay you. Brother, I ain't moving for shit till I get
facts. You spitting right now. You spitting. That's facts.
It's not even a game. So the whole he don't want to play for us, I'm sure he does want to play for us. But he want his money first, then he want to come play for us. For real. Because not that I think about it, he was a Coman signing, right? He wasn't even a Xavi signing.
Yeah, he was already there. The chat will tell us, but I believe he was already there. Yeah, I believe he was already there.
So he don't got no type of fucking, loyalty to Xavi. Like, he really don't. It might have been dope to play for Barcelona. Of course it is, but he could come to us no time. Just run him his money, and I think he with us.
Yeah. That's where I was going to go with it in regards to the De Jong situation. I think I spoke on this on Tuesday when we spoke about the De Jong situation this week and in past weeks and past shows as well. When the news broke about them owing him 14 million and 3 million in add-ons, I understand why De Jong is not going anywhere. Let one of my former jobs owe me £17. Never mind 17 million. Like, give me my £17. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of millions, people. 17 million is a lot of millions, yo. You know how many millions it is? 17 people. That's a lot
up somebody
of bread.
Off the principle.
That's a lot of bread. Facts. The fact that he has been so calm, he's not come out and said anything against the club. He's not said anything against the hierarchy. None of his people have said anything out against the hierarchy, which is crazy. Because let that be
Yeah,
me who's owed 17 million. Even if I
yeah,
was quiet on it, my peoples ain't gonna be quiet on that. I'm saying one for
yeah,
sure. My mom definitely ain't gonna be quiet on that. She gonna march to offices. You know what I'm saying? On that,
yeah,
she going
yeah.
straight to Barcelona off 110%. 17 million people. Like I don't think people fathom how much that is. And then when I seen the report saying that Barcelona, this made me laugh. This is when I said this deal's not happening. I said this deal's not happening. Barcelona want Manchester United to contribute to some of the wages that they owe him. Wait. So you want us to pay
Crazy,
your employee that you
crazy,
owe bread? Now, here's
crazy.
what I do if Manchester United was smart. I thought about this today. Here's what they should do if they're smart. They go, all right, we'll pay the 17 million, take that off the transfer fee. That would be the smart thing to do. That's where United should go with it. So say it was 70 million. Let's say for argument's sake, it was 70 million. All right, take
Mhm.
17 million off that 70 million. And then we'll pay that, and then the rest of the money will go to De Jong. And then De Jong
Exactly.
kind of gets two signing on fees. How if that can work, I don't know because how Barcelona continue to do business, I don't know. I don't know what the governing bodies are doing. I don't know what FIFA are doing. I don't know
I
what
know what they're
UEFA are
doing.
doing. Like, like to the point where they owe players bread, can't register new signings, and they're still signing players. These men still hijack with Rafinha. Chelsea took Rafinha off Arsenal, and then Barcelona see Chelsea with Rafinha and said, "Give me that." It's like, yo, they just robbing people with a bread knife. It's not even a
It's
weapon. It's not even a
crazy.
sharp knife. It's a bread knife.
It's not.
So
It's crazy, bro.
it's nuts with the De Jong deal. I genuinely don't think it's going to happen, and I don't blame Manchester United for it. If it doesn't happen, I don't blame us. I don't blame us. That it's not on Manchester United at all. That this deal is not going to
Hmm.
happen, not in the slightest. That's Barcelona's lookout. I'm saying because
Yeah,
I've said this from early with the De Jong situation. If De Jong didn't want to be at Manchester United, there's nothing to negotiate. So I disagree with people who say he doesn't want to be here. I disagree with that. I think he's definitely interested. Otherwise, it's a no. What we discussing? Barcelona are the ones slowing down this deal, and what we've seen this summer is Barcelona do terrible business and have been doing terrible business. So we'll see what happens in regards to it. But obviously, United, who was over there, was it Murto and Richard Arnold, were over in Barcelona. Discussed, sat down with them.
something
I
like
think. Let
that.
me know in the chat. I think that's what it was. So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Blessings, people. Big up one done. As always, big up Go Easy. Says big
Appreciate
up Flawless
y'all in
Eddie
the
in the
chat,
chat.
man.
Prime says, big up my brothers, Flawless and Eddie. You've been a world class
What up,
youth project
bro?
Arsenal to the signing. You've beat, world class youth project Arsenal to the signing of Lisandro Martinez. How you both feeling? We'll discuss this. We'll get into Martinez's situation.
Yeah.
Do not worry. Big up one that says Barca told De Jong that he has to leave. Well, that's good news for us then. Big up this De Jong saga is at least not as long as the Dragon Ball Z saga. Facts. It seems that way though. People are going to want to play for Ten Hag's Kyle, of course. Of
Oh yeah.
course.
Yeah.
No Flawless is the same money Barca is getting from United, but more upfront to pay De Jong. In terms of what? What are you saying here, One Done? And big up EFAC as well.
Cause
Run
yeah, I
the
saw
likes up
that.
as well. We're going from
I saw. Oh, we talking likes? Let me talk to these brothers in this chat mafia. Listen, man. Chat mafia. We well connected and well respected. Don't play with us. Don't play with us. Y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button, or Barcelona's gonna owe y'all next. That's what I'm gonna do. Barcelona gonna owe y'all some money next. Then you gonna see what my boy Frankie going through. But
facts.
to
Yeah,
your
go on.
point, to your point, like people, it's business. Sports is a business. You, as teams, some of your biggest bargaining chips are actually the fans. So what you do is you create a public idea of what's going on. That way the pressure gets applied one way or another. So if I'm Barcelona, and I swear to God, no other you if it was any other team in Europe, they would not be getting away with this shit. It is legit because it's Barcelona and they run the capital of a country. Anybody else, they getting tossed over, turned over. They not even playing football in La Liga like for a couple years. They in La Liga too, off
You see
some
what happened to
financial.
Chelsea?
You did say off some financial ramifications type shit. Um, they they are operating in a way that like none of us have ever seen before in this footballing space. They're buying left and right when they have no money. They're actually forced to sell players. So if I'm De Jong, why would I want to be in that type of situation where you don't know what the fuck's going on every summer? Come to United, you're going to be celebrated if you bang, and it's United, so it's gonna hit harder. It's gonna hit harder. Your face is gonna be plastered from country to country if you do it right here. So that's why I think he's about to pull up. Like it's not that
Mm.
big of a drop off. Maybe in quality of players, of course, but they were in fucking Europa League last year.
Yeah, true, true.
Like
Spitting right
he
now, bro.
wasn't playing. He wasn't playing Champions League football last year with Barcelona.
Mm.
So with all the people saying this and he's saying that, Barcelona need this to happen on a financial basis. So it's not whether or not they want to do it, it's that they have to do it. So with
Mm.
this situation, I'm gonna let it ride. I'm gonna let it play out. And then I think from here on out, like our targets better not have this level of baggage. But you know what? I'll do it because he's that quality of a player. Like that's the only
Mm.
reason I'm waiting this one out. Anybody else could care less. But because he's the type of player that we need, I think we got to pull a couple hairs out. If I'm being honest.
Yeah, and we need to. And that being said, he seems key to what Ten Hag is trying to do. So that's why I'm all for it as long as Manchester United get him. And I was pleading this to everyone. Obviously,
Mhm.
people in the comments have disappeared now who were doubting me and were saying, "Why are you so patient?" And Ten Hag's a puppet and and all of this nonsense. And it's like I stated this patience, like wait. You know what I'm saying? And like, let's see what happens. Again, I always use this analogy. You're telling me the film is terrible and you've watched 15 minutes and the film is 2.5 hours long. Now you can say the film has a bad start. You don't like such and such, but you can't tell me the film's bad. Same way with a series. Can't tell me the series is bad and it's got 7 seasons and you've watched 2 episodes. You can't tell me, and that's what I was saying with this. When people are like, Ten Hag's not getting what he wants. If he don't walk, he's a puppet. We're not going to sign any players. Turn. Now
Mhm.
look at this summer so far. Really and truly, from a Manchester United perspective, people. Let me say that. So not the best of the best. From a Manchester United perspective, couldn't be going any better than it already has been. We've signed a left back. Nobody's seen that coming. Nobody mentioned that left back landing. It looks like we're signing a centre back, so we're going to have a whole new left side of the defense if we do sign Martinez, which we'll get onto. It looks
Mhm.
like we're signing 2 midfielders in De Jong and Ericsson, which I'll get onto. Add Donny in the mix as well. We're interested and been looking at a right winger in Anthony as well. Like, look at the players. So that's one, that's two, that's 5 players, all pretty much for your first team. That is half of your outfield players. If someone would have told me, and I think I can speak for Eddie here when he said if someone would have told him as well that Manchester United would change half of their outfield players in one summer in Ten Hag's first window and get players he knows and wants, that's a very good window. Am I lying in saying that, Eddie?
Of course, it's a good window, man.
And that's my point, and this is why I pleaded patience in regards to the whole situation. And the window's still not over, people. It's only the 14th of July. The window shuts the end of August. We still have a month and a half to still attempt to do business. So even if we don't get Anthony, we might look at right winger. The Ronaldo situation we'll talk about. It looks like he's probably staying, but if he doesn't stay, then that's a whole nother conversation as well about bringing in a striker, which we will get onto as well. What's the sauce with this, Abraham? He's saying here, yo, Flawless and Eddie, breaking news. Ericsson is at Man United. Please drop a sauce. One done
Yeah.
says Flawless is 75 million guaranteed plus 10 million add-ons now. So the package is the same 85 million deal, just more money up front. Okay, was that the original thing?
Yeah.
Like, so let's say, yeah, go on, Eddie, go on.
No, I mean that's what it was gonna take. I think
Mm,
again, when you're dealing with broke boys, that's what we're dealing with. People. We're not dealing with a club. We're dealing with broke boys. Barcelona broke boys. That's what we got to consider these people. They're operating like broke people. We got to consider them broke people. They need that money now. They not waiting for no installments. They not waiting for no Apple Pay, Google Pay type installments, bro. They need that on the table as soon as possible because they got people who they got to send that money to.
Yeah.
So for me, and the other thing I've been hearing is it's not so much the clubs as it is the agent trying to ensure that De Jong gets a lot of his money. Because I think there have been some discussions about United helping pay the wages in order to get the deal done, but the agent doesn't appreciate the type of trend that might set for a club to get out of paying you what you're rightfully owed
Hmm.
and sell you to another one for them to pay it. Now, does he care about that? I think De Jong is like, yo, give me my 17 million, however way it comes.
Yeah.
But I think from a business point of view, you can't be having that because then it just sets the idea that we don't have to pay players, we just have to transfer them. And I think that's been the
Facts.
running case, of course, but in this with this set of circumstances, it's a bit different.
No, I hear that. I'm sorry. I'm just here searching to see about this Ericsson news, and I literally just posted, opened up a new tab
Mm,
to check the Twitter to see what's going on. So it's on Twitter, but there's no credible sources as of yet. We'll discuss Ericsson. Don't worry about that, people. But
yeah,
yeah, on the
we
De Jong deal, I said, people, on the De Jong deal, because of Barcelona's bad business, this is why I was unsure. But actually, I did bookmark a couple tweets, bear with me, of what Fabrizio Romano had said today in regards to the situation. So get the likes up as well, people. Where else we at? Manchester United have reached agreement with Barcelona for De Jong after further talks. Package worth 85 million euros. Fee guaranteed around 75 million euros plus add-ons. Personal terms still the issue to be resolved, as De Jong's
mm,
priority is to stay at Barcelona. So if that's the
yeah,
so if that's so if that's the case, like I said, the fee I have no issue with. I think
mhm.
75 million euros is what? Is that 60 million? Is that 60 million pounds? Probably. Let us know in the
That's
chat.
on
So
your
let's say,
side of the world, Playboy. I
yeah,
can't
yeah,
help
yeah. I don't know
it.
why I'm asking you. And that's like me, you asking me about dollars. So 75 million euros is probably about 60 million. It's probably about 60 million for a player of that quality, a player that walks right into your first team, a player that is instrumental to what the manager is trying to do. That's a
Yeah,
quality deal. Now the
yeah.
variables, 10 million add-ons will probably depend on the successes we have, appearances, maybe goals, maybe assists, etc., etc. Um,
Mhm.
so I'm all for it. This again is Manchester United doing smart business. There isn't one deal so far that I look at and go, we're overpaying or paying too much. I look at the De Jong deal, like it. Ericsson on a free, makes sense. Martinez deal, I think reports were saying, you lot let me know in the chat about 40 M's. Love that. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? My last deal was 12. Anthony is probably the one who's been quoted as the most expensive, but who knows if we can get that down because Ericsson was, Ericsson, De Jong was quoted as much more. He was talking of
Mm.
70, 80 million. The man is saying in the chat, yeah, like 63 million. So it's like, that's how I look at it with this De Jong deal. And will it happen? Like I said, when that Barcelona news broke about them wanting us to contribute to his wages, I was like, this isn't happening. But I hope to be wrong and we get our guy. But I think
Mm.
people just are impatient as football fans and having no international tournament this summer, everybody's bored. Everybody's
Yeah.
bored. People are impatient, and I really, really don't think people realize how long deals take to do. I think people. I've said this before. I think people expect to make a bid on Monday, and then Tuesday your club's unveiling a player. Like
Hmm.
there's so much. There's
That's a
so
big. That's a big deal of it.
yeah. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And that like people, it's outrageous. Like people, how have we not signed him yet? Relax. Ten Hag's played one match. He's had a few training sessions. You can count on one hand as many training sessions as he's had. Just relax and let's just see. The league is what? Is like 2-3 weeks away now, opening day. Let's just see how he does. Obviously, we had the friendly. People were very pleased with how we played. People were pleased with the style and the difference already. And I think as he gets more of his players, that will only improve. And this is why I was optimistic about this season.
Mm.
110%. Anything else you want to add on to the De Jong talk before we move on to the Martinez conversation?
No, I think just buying our time, waiting it out is the best way to go. I think it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. Um, because the other thing is this too. You have to look at what Barcelona have been doing. That's why I haven't been too fussed about what De Jong is supposedly saying about him wanting to come here. Like I think they just brought in Kessier. They signed Torres and all these other midfielders to long-term contracts. The writing is on the wall.
Yeah.
It they're not signing people just to sit. They're signing people to have influence in how they play football. If these
Mm.
were youngsters, then I'd be like, oh, you know what? There's still a chance that he doesn't come with us. They still believe in him. But no, financially, he's being paid compared to the rest of his counterpart. I think he's being paid at the top of the list.
Mm.
So if they wanted to grow as a team, they'd have to sell one of those top earning players because of where they are financially. And that's where we come in. And again, it's a World Cup year. He's going to be the center of attention for United. His talent already banked him into becoming being on the Dutch squad. But I think this is just going to shoot it through the roof. Like his profile, again, I think his profile can grow faster at United than Barcelona.
Oh, definitely, we gonna love him. Like you said, because we're so
Yeah,
desperate for any form of success. If we have any success and he's a part of that, we gonna love him. Same with Ten Hag, same with any of the other players. Same
any
way
of
now you
them.
see with Liverpool why they love the players the way they do because they went so long without success. So when players bring success to your football team, you gonna love them on 100%.
And
And hey, there's
those
over
brothers
40
are
of you.
some
Look,
scrubs.
say that again. What did you say, Eddie?
Those brothers are some scrubs, and they love him to death. It don't make no sense, but hey, to each their own.
And there's over 40 of you lot locked in. Let's get up to 30 likes, people. Likes is way too low. Let's push up them likes, whether you're watching live
Come
right
on,
now or
chat
watching this
mafia.
back. Push
Come
up the
on, chat
likes and
mafia. Y'all know what to do.
yes, yeah, exactly. You know, you lot know what to do. And make sure as well, of course, even going to say, make sure as well, continue to get your questions in, people. Just keep them Manchester United related, please. So we'll move on to Martinez. Martinez, and let me pull up that. Let me pull up
Mm.
those quotes on the Martinez because this popped up out of nowhere. And let me
Mm.
before I get to that. Pyramid scheme makes a very valid point here. He says deals can be done in 24 hours, deadline day, or they can take a whole year. Jaden Sancho, the game is the game. Facts. It's like people don't
Hot
realize that
titties, man. Hot titties
every
is what I fuck with your pyramid scheme.
yeah, man, every transfer is different. There's variables to both, like in regards to the player, the buying club, the selling club. Are you selling to a rival? Are you selling to a team in another country? Are you like there's so many different variables that go into these things. Can you get a replacement for that player? What I'm saying is your replacement already there? Is the buying club not in a good financial state? Is the selling club not in a good financial state? Like all of these things are variables. Big up King K as always as well. But yeah, man, we'll go to Martinez, fam. Chat to us.
I'm excited. I'm
Okay.
excited. I'm excited by the prospects of him because it fits what we've been talking about when we talked about reset. Promising players who you can build something with and still compete with at the same time. Um, and it hits two things for me. He's all in with Ten Hag. Like if that's the number one thing I need from the player if they're interested in coming to United. Are you going to play for the manager? Number two is technical ability. Number three is do you compete? Um, and he hits all the boxes.
Yeah.
Again, we got an Argentinian defender, bro. We are in good. We are in Gucci. That brother wake up angry. He wake up for problems. I don't want peace. I want problems. That's how he wake up. And they got the comps out, and I just see him flying around. And again, you don't need to be tall to be a center back. You just need to have a level of anticipation that
Yep.
gives you the jump on people who might be bigger than you. It's not
Yep.
what they say. Well, we got a saying down here. We got a saying down here. It's not about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the dog.
I heard that before. Cold.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
If
Absolutely.
he
It's
if
been.
he stay ready, he don't got to get ready.
Yeah.
So, and he strikes me as one of those players he's always on edge, he's always alert, and he had to be that way because he's 5'8", 5'9".
Mm.
Um, Playing out the back, which we struggled, that's not a problem for him. And again, if it becomes a situation where I haven't seen Ten Hag do it, I think you can fit him into a back three.
It's definitely
You want,
it's definitely a what's it called? It's definitely a potential. I mean, there's definitely potential to do that. Like the option is there if he wants to go to the back three.
yeah.
Because you look at Bailly, you look at Varane, you look at Martinez. I've said this before. Luke Shaw as a left-sided centre back. You could potentially
Mm-hmm.
get Scott McTominay out of the midfield as well. Even
Mm-hmm.
Maguire's better. All these players are better. All of our centre backs, well, not all of them, but the vast majority are better in the back three. And then wing
Mm-hmm.
backs, you got Malacia, who's more than capable of playing as a left-sided wing back. We know Dalot can play as a right-sided wing back as well. So it's definitely something he could look to do. And you want the manager to have as many options and tools at his disposal. Well, go on, carry on, fam.
Even because it happened on when did we play? Tuesday, Thursday, whatever it was.
Yeah,
You
I can't
had
remember the details of it, but
Tellez,
go on.
you had Tellez playing center back, right? And
Yeah,
even he can be slotted into as a wing back.
true. I forgot about Tellers. That's a valid
Yeah,
point.
I just think that yeah, he's a great get for the price as well. Now, I think I read somewhere Ajax only paid fucking 7 million for him, so they eating good right now. What we gave them.
Mm, yeah,
But yeah, for what we needed more tenacity, we needed more intelligence in the back end. He brings us that, and he's all in on Ten Hag, which is another dope thing to have.
yeah. Let me pull up the actual. So yeah, let me pull up the actual Fabrizio Romano tweet before. So it says Martinez not training with Ajax today, as per Mike. I can't pronounce his surname, but it begins with V. You don't know what I'm talking about. Manchester United are prepared to complete the signing very soon. Work in progress on the final details. It's a matter of time. Then Man United are convinced that Martinez will join the club. Yeah, my thoughts on it is it's a player that Ten Hag wants. It's a player that Ten Hag knows and has got the best out of in the past. So that is all well and good. Eddie
Mm-hmm.
already mentioned it. Argentinian. And we're just not stereotyping, but from what I've seen the clips, he's aggressive, which is what
Mm-hmm.
we need, is having a balance because we have Bailly there who's an aggressive, confrontational centre back. The rest of our centre backs are very much more passive and sweepers. So Varane's a sweeper, Lindelof is much more passive. Maguire is much more passive as well. So now if you throw Martinez in the mix, it brings balance to the team. Because if you pair Martinez with a Varane or a Lindelof, that's a better partnership for those, isn't it? It's all about partnerships. And that's what that is. That's why I say Eric Bailly for Varane and Lindelof is a better partnership. We've seen what's happened in regards to Varane when he was playing at his best, is when he was next to an aggressive confrontational centre back, whether that was Ramos or whether that was Pepe. Now, I'm not saying Bailly or Martinez are that level, but I'm saying they are that profile.
Profile.
The profile is key. Also, adding Martinez as well is left footed. He gives us a nice balance as well. And him and Malacia on that left hand side is a whole new, back. Well, not a whole new back line, a whole half of a back line, which I'm also happy about. The fee that I've been hearing about is they saying like 40 M's, which I think is a steal in today's market. If you're getting a player for below 40 M's that goes into your first team, I'm with it. He also is good on the ball as well, which I also like. So the whole playing out from the back, he helps with that as well. Yes, the height thing is a concern that he is only 5'8", but just because he isn't the biggest in terms of height doesn't mean he's a dud. Like people are talking like he can't be successful here because of his height, and that's nonsense. That's
Yeah.
nonsense. Can it be a factor? Yes. But just because he is that height doesn't mean he can't be successful. This is where he needs to be smart. Kind of like if a defender's not the quickest, you have to put your positioning and footballing IQ has to be A1. So therefore you don't get caught out. And that's what I'm looking for with Martinez. So I think it's a great deal. Hopefully, hopefully we get it over the line today so we can do a special. We'll definitely, depending on when it is, we'll probably do a special ManDem United podcast. It might be here on the YouTube or it might be on the Twitch. Not sure. But yeah, Martinez deal, I'm with it. Again, that improved all of a sudden our centre back options now. Ten Hag has selection headaches there because you got
Yeah.
Martinez, you'll have Bailly, you'll have Varane, you'll have Lindelof, and you got Maguire. That's a 5. Like, do I rate Maguire? No. But what I'm saying is Maguire and Lindelof as 4th and 5th choices where they should be. Now, Maguire may start, but my point is there's now competition for places. You've just brought in a new signing. Varane is there. That's always going to add pressure because he's Varane. If Eric Bailly can stay fit, he's there. That's free. That's free. Now you add in Lindelof, you add in Maguire. There's now 5 players for 2 spots, which is all we wanted. Same with Malacia at left back. There's 3 players for 1 spot. Midfield, if you throw De Jong and Eriksen in the midfield, it's De Jong, there's Eriksen, there's Donny, there's Bruno, there's Fred, there's McTominay. That's 6. Never mind the youngsters who played against Liverpool, your Hannibals, your Zidane Iqbals as well. See all of a sudden how it's starting to look different, people. Right down the center of the pitch. And we'll talk on, people have asked questions about Anthony and the wingers, and we'll get to that as well. But also that's where we need more competition for places, is in that front 3. But I like what he's doing. He's building from the defense forward. He's Malacia left back, Martinez center back. Okay, half that team is now yours. If you throw in De Jong and Donny, or Donny and Eriksen, or De Jong, like, that's 2 of your 3. Now all of a sudden the team's starting to resemble him. If we sign a right winger, one of them 3 is him. We know Jadon Sancho's quality. I'm with it. Yeah, I forgot Brian. I forgot he says, what about Tunzebi? What do we do with him? I forgot about him. You can throw him as, like, try and get rid of him, but if he's 6th, 7th choice, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. If he's 7th, because we should barely see him. That's what it is. Like, with squad players like him, I throw a Langer in that mix. Like, there's certain squad players, like, they shouldn't be starting more than 5, 6 games. Something went wrong. I'm not expecting a Langer to be starting games. Like, Europa League, yeah. Carabao Cup against lower league opposition, yes. FA Cup against lower league, but Premier League and Europa League games, like, when there's something on the line like that, no, you shouldn't be. But we'll see. But yeah, Axel's a good one. I actually forgot about him. That's how many centre backs we got now. I forgot about him. Where else we at? Brian, I did mention this. He says, I don't think we will get a right winger this window, but I don't mind that. I want to see Diallo and Pellistri, what they can do in the Premier League. I still want a right winger because I believe we need a first choice one. But I'd rather Manchester United have sign a first choice right winger and Diallo's back up to him. That's what I would prefer. And then you got Sancho and Rashford on the other side. And then you got Alanga who can play on the right as well and be, like I said, a squad player. We need some quality out there. We need a left-footed right winger. Well, 2. Again, competition for places. If it's Anthony and Diallo, I'm just using Anthony as an example, people. Competition. Anthony knows, right, if I'm not playing well, Diallo can take my spot. I'm with this. I am. Get the likes up as well, people. Continue to get your questions in. King K says, what's this?
I think somebody had,
go on, fam.
My
Get
fault.
to it, fam. Nah, it's calm, fam. Get to it.
Dominique, shout out Dominique. He be in here a lot. He's talking about the Ronaldo situation. Have you seen that?
Yeah, all right. So we'll get to that. So reports came out saying that a Saudi Arabian team were looking to offer, I think it was 30 million in a transfer fee and a big amount of wages to Manchester United. To Cristiano Ronaldo for him to go and play over in Saudi Arabia. Your thoughts, Eddie? These are all rumors, people. Or your thoughts?
Yeah, it's unfortunate because I really thought he was gone.
Here it is. Sorry, before. So he said, how do you think CR7 manages playing for Ten Hag this season, being on the bench for Martial, since Martial benefits our new style of play better? So yeah, let
me be serious. It was one game, and there was a change of course. I'd be interested to see how Ronaldo looks in the Ten Hag system, just out of my own curiosity. But I think it's clear that he won't sign for us next year. But you know what, though? It's actually not that clear because by the looks of it, no other team seems to be wanting him. We've said Ronaldo himself has placed himself on the market and nobody wants him. So I can see it to where we're his only salvation. Honest to God's truth. And the unfortunate thing is, I believe that will need to the final, nail in the coffin for Martial's career here.
Ooh, talk about
Ronaldo
it.
sucks all the oxygen out the room and out the team. Nobody else in that position is going to get playtime unless he says,
Mm,
I don't want to play. Unless the,
mm,
the, the medical people say he's not fit to play.
yeah.
Now, do you pay? I think Martial's best position is actually off the left, but now you have Sancho, and they interchange a bit. So, my hope is Ronaldo stays, Sancho off the right, Martial off the left, if that's what's happening. If he
Okay.
leaves, if he leaves, then I think we're okay. But if he stays, yeah, it's not gonna go well for us. It really because you can't play Ten Hag style with the 38-year-old player. You
Mm,
just can't do it. Physically, he can't withstand it.
yeah.
So that's where the tough part for me comes in with this. Like it could do more harm than good in the short run.
Oh shit! I didn't even know it was you. Man said it's Rastaman from Twitch. Oh, big up to you, man. I did not know it was you, my guy. Big up, man. I was saying I
Oh,
had
right
no
on,
idea it was you.
right on, brother.
Bless up, man. Appreciate it. To answer your question as well, in regards to how does he benefit it? I think that's a part of the reason why he wants to leave. I'm not gonna lie. I genuinely believe if Ronaldo could is playing Europa League football a major factor, yes. But I think if
Hmm.
Ronaldo was like gonna be first choice, then maybe actually I don't know. Because to be at Manchester United to come to Manchester United in the first place and think we were going to challenge for things is just complete foolishness. So maybe he got it wrong. Maybe that's a factor on it. Why he wants to leave. Maybe it's not just Europa League. Maybe it's like, right, I'm probably not going to start here. But then again, Ronaldo believes he starts everywhere. So maybe it's not that. But I'm hoping that Ten Hag benches him because that's Ronaldo. That's what should be Ronaldo's spot right now because he's 37-year old. 37 years old. When the news came out originally about him wanting to leave, I said sell him. I always say if players don't want to be here, let them go. The problem he has is he wants to go to a club playing Champions League football. Eddie mentioned it. I've mentioned it many a times. Nobody wants him. This guy's available. Chelsea don't want him. I said that. Tuchel's a very smart individual. Tuchel is not going to take Ronaldo. Look what's happened. They're not interested in him. City ain't gonna take him. Liverpool ain't gonna take him. Real Madrid ain't gonna take him. Barcelona, who are signing everybody and genuinely need a striker, ain't gonna take him. Oliver
Mm.
Kahn came out for Bayern Munich and said, "Yeah, we respect him as a player, but we're not taking him." So look, now
Yeah.
we're hearing about Saudis. I hope he leaves. And again, people, that's because not only do I think he's not good enough now, number one. Number two, I don't think he'll want to accept the role that he's best at. And three, he clears the wage budget as well, which we've already cleared because we've cleared the wage budget. With the players who have left, we've cleared a lot of money off the wage budget. And Ronaldo adds to that as well. And he's just not good enough, people. But do I believe he stays now? Yes. I'm saying because I think I originally said he's not because originally what I said was I didn't believe United would sell him. But then reports came out saying United are willing to listen to offers, which surprised me. I was like, great business. The problem we have is we can't sell this guy. We can't sell him. Not good. Like nobody wants him. Not good enough. He's not. He's not. Thomas Tuchel has decided against Cristiano Ronaldo signing as things stand. George Mendes had talks with Todd B, but final decision has always been up to the manager. Smart guy. He's a smart guy. And here's the thing, it depends on what you're talking about. Because Bob Krypton says, nah, CR7 ain't overpaid at all, mate. He was talking to Brian. He says, look at what he's worth with his achievements. He's the most marketable athlete on the planet. So it depends what you're signing him for. If you're signing him for off the field things, absolutely Ronaldo's worth millions upon millions upon millions. If we're talking on the field and taking your team to glory, if we're talking footballing reasons, no, he's not. He should be on a squad role wage. You know why? Because he's 37 and he can't play week in, week out at a high level. And we've seen that last year. Because we've seen as soon as he went to one game a week, he actually started contributing at a higher level. Not good enough. But like I said, because it's Ronaldo and people love him and he's people's goats, and he's one of my goats, one of my favorite players. People can't look past that. What he is now. Say it all the time. It's like people's like someone your favorite artist dropping an album and the album's trash. You don't want to say the album's trash because it's your favorite artist. Yo, the album's bad.
Yeah, that's how it go.
The album's bad. But people want to tell me, oh, the album's a classic. No, the album's bad. This guy can still be your favorite artist, but the album's not good. That's okay. And yes, it's gonna have a couple bangers on there because he's talented. Ronaldo will always score goals, but he's available and nobody wants him. And I was saying this in the mud last week. Shout out to my brother Tox. I was saying that. I was like, he's not going anywhere. Napoli got linked with Saudi Arabia. When you get linked with Saudi Arabia, it's over. Show's over. It's a money grab. You know what I'm saying? It's a money grab. Bob Krypton says, Flawless, did you see the post of Lisandro having his last meal with his chef? No, I didn't see the post. EFAC, Ronaldo, maybe he'll cook in the system. I'm not saying he won't. I'm not going that far. I'm just saying that he should be a squad player. Forget the system. I just don't think he's good enough. Bro, that's all it is. Yeah, go on, Eddie.
These, like, do y'all watch Ronaldo play when y'all defend him?
No.
Like,
they don't.
There were points in time where he was walking on the pitch. Walking. We can't do shit like that. Everybody else is pressing and he's walking. I get it. He gave you memories, not even in our jersey, not even in our kit. He gave you a couple years, but if you ask anybody what their iconic moment of Ronaldo is, it's not in a United jersey. It's just not. Now for us, yes, because we were there when he made his name. And do I find him to be an ungrateful little prick? Absolutely. But it is what it is, people. He's well regarded for his time in Madrid. His time in United, if it does not turn out if this saga does not turn out well, for some people, what he did in 2008, 2009, like that time period, won't matter because of what he's doing now. Ronaldo at Man United was better than Real Madrid. You know what? I'm gonna let you have that because I don't even feel
just
like
FAC, man. Sometimes you just gotta let things go in it. Yeah, resident trolling it. So yeah, man,
so,
say what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like, again, people, when I speak of Ronaldo, I'm not speaking about Ronaldo at his prime. I'm speaking about a 38-year-old Ronaldo while we have Martial looking absolutely comfortable. Everybody is telling Martial how great he is. The coaches, woo, woo, woo. You don't want to screw that up.
Me laugh, yo. This is funny, yo.
What you saying?
Look, King K says, and Jordan was better on the Wizards.
Tell him, King K. Shout out King K.
Shout out King K every time. That's mad funny, yo.
Y'all be saying some shit in the chat.
Yeah, people be trolling, man. EFAC a troll, man. Pyramid scheme.
Y'all
he be trolling as well.
I got a roll for y'all. Make sure y'all get them likes to 30. But damn, y'all be wilding sometimes. Santi Cazorla is over there, ain't he? New rivalry.
Shout out to Jess. I didn't know that. Him and Santi Cazorla were the best players in Saudi.
He went out there for a little bit. I thought it was over with though.
I hear that. Well, yeah, like I said, with this Ronaldo situation, the bottom line is, like I said, I wouldn't be talking about him leaving if he didn't say he wanted to leave. That's what it is. Like, he said that. Like, he set the ball rolling. The reason why this is a conversation and we've been discussing this for the past few weeks is because of what Ronaldo did. And I'm not even mad at him for wanting to leave. I understand it. But my best interest is Manchester United Football Club. I'm a Manchester United FC stan. I'm not a Cristiano Ronaldo FC stan. I'm not. I want what's best in my football for my football club. And what's best for my football club is having players who want to be here. If you don't want to be here, let him go. And that's why United said, and props to United and Ten Hag and the hierarchy, said, we're willing to listen to offers. Problem is nobody wants him. That Saudi deal, there was no official bid. I hope an official bid is made. But that's a lot of money they're going to throw him. It's a lot of money, and you know he's gonna be. I'm guessing. This is just me guessing. He's an icon out there. Because he's worldwide. Well, icon's too far, but he's well known out there, I should say, because he's worldwide known. So I'm hoping so. And the brand deals would be crazy over there, and he can take football to the masses over in Saudi Arabia. Let him go, because then that forces Manchester United to go sign a striker, because we need one anyway. Even with just Ronaldo and Martial, 2 strikers is not enough. Cavani left, we need to replace him. I heard we played. Was it Donny who played as a false nine? I think during the friendly match. I think was it Diallo who also played central as well. Like, I didn't watch the full game, so I don't know.
Ahmad played
Was it
central.
Diallo?
I think it was Ahmad. Ahmad was in the false nine for a little bit.
This is what I'm saying. Pardon me. This is exactly what I'm saying. Like it is. And yeah, EFAC, you're actually making sense here. Yeah, I hear that. That's one of my biggest criticisms of. No, that is my biggest criticism and biggest issue with Martial is staying fit. I need 35 games a season from you, fam. I do. Same with Varane. I need that's league games, people. I need 35 league games from you. Look. You lot gotta be on the pitch. Availability is an ability. If you can't get in the pitch on the pitch, it don't matter how good you are. If I only see you 20 times a season in the league or 15 times, nah, it's not enough. We're in 4 competitions. This is all hands on deck. And the games are more close together because of the World Cup in the middle of the season. Now, the season starts the 5th, 6th of August. Start of August, bam, we at it. And you got Europa League, I think it's September. I think is it 2 out of 4 weeks or 3 out of 4 weeks is Premier League, Europa League. Premier League, Europa League. And never mind another international break. Never mind FA Cup and League Cup. All right, there's a lot going on.
I got some news.
Yeah, go on, talk to us.
They're saying Barcelona has told De Jong he has to leave the club.
I've heard this too. I did see that. Heard that. Yeah, that is like, and that's great news. Hopefully, United can get that deal over the line. Barcelona's paid that man his money. Never mind signing Rafinha for 65 million euros or you know what I'm saying, like, or however much it was. How about you pay that man? Never mind trying to sign in Christensen and Kessie and trying to get Alonso and Aspilicueta and Lewandowski and all this. Yo, pay that man his money so he can be at Manchester United.
They're about to leave him out the preseason tour, even if
is that what they're doing? They force him out like that. They force him out like that.
They not playing. That's tough. I don't blame him. Because listen, people, this is what people fail to understand about broke boys, man.
Talk about it, fam.
Broke boys have no principle. Broke boys have no principle. So they gonna do some shiesty shit. That's how they survive. They survive on being shiesty. Barcelona pimped themselves out for 10 plus years trying to mind the gap between them and Real Madrid. And now look at you. Broke boys. If y'all had it like that, y'all wouldn't be having to pimp yourselves like this. Now you got Frenkie out in the cold looking for a ride. And this is where we pull up. We ain't pulling up in not the Uber. We talking Uber X, Playboy. We got all the interior design. We got it all going for us right now. So Frenkie, man, come on, man. Come on. We got the heated seats, brother. You ain't got to stand in the rain. We got you, bro. We got you.
Yeah, man. 100%. You lot continue to get your questions in as well. So it all seems to be all going down with Manchester United currently. Big up to Daniel as well. Says big up the chat, my guys. Get the likes up and share the video. Big up Daniel every single time. Yeah, and it seems like you said, the De Jong deal, Martinez deal, Eriksen, which surprisingly has gone quiet. You know what I'm saying? Eriksen has surprisingly gone quiet. Anthony's gone quiet. But then again, the Martinez deal went quiet. And now look. So that's all it takes. All it takes is it's just a few days of it being quiet and then boom, out of nowhere. Which lets you know they're probably negotiating. Because if we're there negotiating with Ajax for Martinez, we're probably talking to them about Anthony as well. Probably. So things is looking up, man. I'm genuinely looking forward to the season as a Manchester United fan. I'm genuinely looking forward to watch-alongs. I'm like, all right, this is something we can get to. I'm genuinely looking forward to it. And yeah, you will get the Manchester United watch-alongs right here on the YouTube channel. You'll get other Premier League watch-alongs. Not sure if they'll be here on the YouTube or they may be on the Twitch, but you'll get them. Champions League watch-alongs you'll get. Europa League watch-alongs, obviously United ones you'll get here. FA Cup and League Cup as well. And of course the NBA when that's back, regular season. Get that on the Twitch as well. Watch along City, people. So much content. World Cup as well. You're going to get that. Don't get the World Cup. 100%. Five Krypton says, Flawless, Eric Bailly is going to leave, bro. Tier 1 sources in Italy like Alfredo have reported he's the Koulibaly replacement and they're making an approach to United in the coming days. All right, so we'll see. There's no guarantee he's going to leave.
Yeah.
They may approach for him, but it's not guaranteed. I can't say he's definitely going to leave. How do we know he wants to go Napoli? It could happen. Don't get me wrong, but he's going to leave. No. Based off of what? Did Bailly come out and say something? Did Ten Hag say that he don't want him? We'll see.
Right. Because I've seen stuff where he's talking about wanting to stay to earn some playing time with the new man. Like, again, is there a high chance that he leaves? I believe so. Because Bailly strikes me as the type where he just wants to play. Mm-hmm. And he's in that Paul Pogba camp where it's like, I'm seeing dudes who I don't think can compete with me get more opportunities than me. That's what got him out of favor with Ragnick. Because when Ragnick was trying to figure out who's leaking what, Bailly commented on something and it became news. And that's just Bailly being Bailly, but I think he has to understand that people view you a certain way and view others a certain way, so you're not given the same allowances that these other people may be given. So Bailly and Tuanzebe, I'd be more on the we can definitely let Tuanzebe go. I'm more we need to keep Bailly, I think, at this point.
Yeah, it depends again though. I always say it. Does Bailly want to be here? Does the manager want him? If the answer to both those questions is yes, you keep him. If either of those answers are no, you move him on. Simple as that. Like, that's where it is. Like, Bayern, yeah, they are the most heavily linked to movers outgoing to the club. That makes sense. But we don't know. Again, this is the unknown. We don't know. Does Bailly want to leave? It's okay to say you don't know, because I genuinely don't know. Does Bailly want to leave? Does Ten Hag want him to leave? He said neither of them have said anything on it. So all we're doing right now is just guessing. This is all guesswork. It's not like it's under Ollie and we can say, all right, well, he didn't play last season. Ollie don't fancy him, so he'll most likely leave. This is a completely new regime. We don't know who Ten Hag rates and who he don't. Because he's still figuring out who he rates. He's still getting to know these players. He said that with the Maguire situation. And Eddie jumped on the Tuesday edition of the ManDem United podcast in regards to Maguire. When Ten Hag, it was key what he said when he stated that I'm going to make it was something along the lines of I'm still going to make him captain. I'm getting to know these players. He don't know these people. Never mind their ability on a football pitch. He don't know these people as people. When I say that, I'm talking about their mental attributes. How do they respond to instructions? Who responds better to criticism? Who responds better to praise? Who can take instruction on in the heat of the battle? Who struggles to take instruction on in the heat of the battle? Who can adapt to this tactic? Who can't adapt to certain tactics? All of these things are new. Who works better with who? What player gets the most out of what player? Who's my lieutenant on the pitch? I'm saying, who can I expect more from when the things are going wrong? Who can I expect more from when things are going right? Who's better off the bench? Who's a better starter? Like all of these things. We can't have two injury-prone first-team centre-backs as well. Maguire contract should be terminated, but he ain't going, unfortunately. Not now anyway. Yeah, you can't have two injury-prone first-team anything. You don't want two injury-prone first-choice centre-mids or first-choice wingers. That's it. That's why I'm giving Varane. I'm defo giving Varane this season to get it right. That's why I struggle, because he never seems to stay fit. I think also that's why I was signing Martinez. And I'm hoping the centre-back pairing is Martinez and Varane. I'd like to see that. And then you have Bailly, Lindelof, Maguire backing that up. With Maguire, Maguire's not going anywhere. But I believe if Maguire doesn't perform, he'll get dropped. I 110% believe that. That's what I think will happen. Armani says, make the best of him while you have him. With some creativity, he can still be the talisman. Who? You're talking about Ronaldo? I just don't want before I respond to this. And I didn't see the Ronaldo post. Armani says, make the best of him while you have him. All right, go and talk about him.
Polish behavior. Hoish behavior. But you know what it's like? Because they always love a good girl analogy. You messing with a bad one, and she just does some foul shit that got you in a mood, right? Like you ain't even trying to see this chick. You don't want nothing to do it for a couple days, but then you realize, shit, I forgot my bat phone, so I got to go back to her spot get the bat phone, not the real phone, the bat phone. And she bringing you out the phone thinking it's your real phone, but she got the sweater that you gave her. She got only that on when she come out to give you the phone. She teasing, bruh, and she teasing with all the right points, but you got to be stronger than that. Don't fall
Got to
for
be
the
strong.
trap.
Yeah.
Don't fall for it. She bad news. That's what we got to do. He bad news. He bad news. He put on the workout woo 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 with the shorts. We not here for it. We done.
Yeah,
Move
he's just
on.
not it. He's not it. Talisman to what? Like, what can he lead? He can't lead us to anything. There's a reason this man is
Mhm.
available and nobody's trying to sign him. I keep stating this. Keep stating this. But people just don't want to accept the
So
fact that
Ten
he's done
Hag
at
will use the
37.
back three. He's done it at Ajax. He played a back three at Ajax sometimes.
I did not know this, but yeah, we
I
spoke on
didn't
this.
know
It
that.
makes sense. Yeah, Martinez at left-sided centre back, Lindelof at right-sided centre back, and Varane if it as centre as the central of the three. Yeah, that makes sense. I fully understand why he play a back three.
Mm.
I'd get it. Yeah, that makes perfect sense as to why Bar of Krypton. I mean, why Ten Hag would make it's definitely an option. Definitely an option. I think it also depends on who else we sign in the window, the opposition as well, and he's learning on the job. He's
Hmm.
figuring out stuff. There might be times where he's like, you know what, let me go to this back three. You might see it. Say you might trial it in the Europa League. You might trial it in one of the domestic cups. We'll
You
soon
never
find out.
know.
Yeah, we'll soon find out. You lot continue to get your questions in, people. Continue to get your questions in. Yes, we got over 30 likes. Big up to you lot. Make sure you get the likes up. Share this across all the socials. And big up again to you lot because we got over 4K subscribers on the channel. Went over
Come on.
4K subs on the channel. So big up to you lot. Roll to 5K. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't and hit the notification bell as well. Man says, I think next season United will be looking for a goalkeeper who can play with his feet. It's definitely potential. He'll give the hair a chance. But if it's detrimental to the team, Ten Hag seems like he's a very meticulous guy. He's a drill sergeant. He'll get rid of him if that's the case and bring in a goalkeeper who's good enough. He will, without doubt. What's your thoughts on this? Could you see the hair being moved on?
Yeah, I think we will move on from there. I think a lot of it relies upon what the market gives us.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think because again you have to understand what type of board we have. Like they're not proactive, they're reactive, meaning until he gives us a reason to do none other than sell him, I think we'll still be using him. So
Mm.
I don't think he'll be because from what I've seen, like he seems to be buying into what the manager's plans are, but at the same time, I think at this stage of his career, he's still limited with the ball at his feet.
Mm.
So he'll have those moments where he can't be up to task for what Ten Hag wants. But I don't think it'll be drastic enough for us to pay top money for a goalkeeper while we're still paying him top money. I think
Yeah,
they'll address the other situations and then work their way back to goalkeeper.
I'm assuming because I think his deal. When does the deal run out? Is it 2024? I think that could be key.
Mm.
I think it's 2024. I think so.
Yeah, they might just let it
So,
run out, or
huh?
they might even give him an extension if he looks decent.
Yeah, yeah. It depends because I heard. Obviously, I didn't watch the full game, but in the friendly, he was coming off his line and stuff like that. Like he was being more of a sweeper keeper, which you need in the modern day. Mr. Miyagi says, "Won't get rid of De Gea, top three goalkeeper in the world. He's not top three goalkeeper in the world. He's
Nah,
not.
you relax.
That's a myth. He's not top three goalkeeper in the world, and he's not a modern day goalkeeper. However, could he play? Could he adapt to this system? Absolutely. I think he's good enough to do that. But for where Manchester United are trying to go, I don't think that he is it long term. But I wouldn't sell him now. I won't even sell him next season. We have other areas that look at outfield and go, we need to be dealt with. Mr. Miyagi also says he ain't gonna leave Maguire on the bench when he's made him captain. LOL. Martinez will be centre back, left back, and holding midfielder, depending on how McTominay performs. But I know the front three will be Rashford, Sancho, and who else? Martial, he said, will be insane this season. Bruno, Donny, and De Jong hopefully in midfield. Say to this, yeah, Maguire probably will start because he has remained captain. I believe Maguire will get dropped if he's not good and if he doesn't play well. I see that happening. Martinez, you could see him get moved about. I could see that happening. That makes sense. And the front three could be Rashford, Sancho, and Martial, depending if we don't sign a right winger. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not trying to see Rashford in our first team. I'm not. Eddie, you're looking a bit befuddled, fam. Talk to us.
Nah, my fault. I was reading something that
Yeah.
people be sending you shit at work thinking
Yeah. No
smart.
stress.
They think they smart, and it's like, brother, I see the game. Like, don't play with me. But no, we gonna leave him alone. We gonna leave him alone.
Just gonna let that slide.
Yeah,
Hey,
what
Mr.
they
Miyagi,
saying?
we all got dreams, man. I won't be surprised if Balassi is the new Evra, Maguire and Varane become prime Rio and Vidic, and right back either be Wan-Bissaka or Dalot till somebody else arrives. Hey, we all got dreams, man. We all got dreams.
Yeah, brother.
We all got dreams, man.
At
You can
least
dream.
you're a
This is
fan of
United, man.
us. At least you're a fan of us.
Yeah, man. We all got dreams. We just leave that there. Maguire not good enough for the Ten Hag system. I agree with you. Maguire's just not good enough, full stop. But he's here.
But he's here.
So he'll probably get utilized. Maguire's not good enough. I don't believe the majority of these players are good enough long term. What can you get out of them short term? When I say short term, maybe it's 2-3 months, 6 months, just this season, maybe 2 seasons. But you can already see he's trying to rip it up and start again. This is why we're trying to sign 5 players. You know what I'm saying? This is why we're legit in for 5 players. So if we sign 5 players this summer, 4 or 5 players next summer, that's a whole new team. And then the
And
summer
here's
after
what
that,
I
4 or
think is
5.
going to happen too. I honestly believe this.
Go on.
If somebody that he's a fan of shows up, and plays well during the World Cup, we'll get to during the January transfer.
I could see that.
I can see us bringing 1 or 2 in the January transfer, and then bringing another couple the next summer as well. That way, you have about between that time period, maybe about 10 new signings. I can see us with 10 new players between today and the end of a year from now. Yeah, let's say a year from now.
Yeah, the end of not the end of this season, the end of next season. Not the
Next season.
not the end of next season, the season after. So not 2020. So you're saying at the end of the 2023 to 24 season.
Yeah, during that 2023 transfer period,
2 years.
we'll cap at about these will be at 10 new players.
Which is a whole new team, and then that's when you can judge him properly. Because this season I'm looking at like, all right, just start building the house. Let's just start let's just brick by brick, start building the house. Never mind the windows, you know what I'm saying, and that. Never mind electrical appliances and where the TV is gonna go, and where you're gonna put the fridge freezer, and where the microwave's gonna go, and what you're gonna do with the basement. Are you gonna turn it into a wine cellar? What's going on? Are you gonna convert the loft into another room? Nah. Forget all that.
None of that.
That's not what it is. None of that. Yeah. Forget all that. That's not what it. We gotta build the house first, and that's what he's doing. That's why I look at this season and go top 6. You know what I'm saying? Which we should get Europa League in terms of long-term goals. In terms of short-term, everything you would expect on the pitch. A consistent style, consistent patterns of play, more entertaining football, more attacking football, better team performances, better individual performances. Go everywhere and fight. I keep saying this. Even if the teams are better than us. So when we're playing City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs, put up a fight. Go there with a plan of action and a plan of attack. And let's not just roll over. No way we should be getting beat 5-0 by Liverpool. Because teams without our quality give Liverpool better games. Brighton went to Anfield and drew 2-0. Telling me our team isn't better than Brighton's. So how come they can go and put a plan in place? Like, Liverpool are better than Spurs. Spurs went to Anfield and drew. Had a plan of attack. I'm not saying win every game. I'm not even saying draw every game. I'm saying put up a fight. Have a plan. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to sit deep, contain them, hit them on the break. Or we're going to go there and try and dominate possession. or we're just going to try out like some form of it, which is very interesting. Which is very interesting to me as to how Ten Hag is going to set up. What's he going to do? Like against everybody. Like, what's he going to do in big away games when we go to Anfield or the MTR or we go to that dump in North London or the other dump in North London or whatever, or down the library in West London, like that little Matchbox Stadium? What does he do? What does he? How does he set up? Does he set up the same way when we go away to Liverpool as he would at home to Brighton? Because that's where I'm really interested to see, because Brighton's our first home game and then our second home game of the season is Liverpool. Do you set up the same? Do you alter it slightly because it's Liverpool? Or do you say, you know what, this is the way I'm playing regardless of where we're at? That's it. All these questions we have will be revealed. But it's great to be unknown, because this time last season we was miserable on this show because we knew what we was getting. Absolutely nothing. Yeah, that's true, Jazz. Yeah, you're dumping North London's better than the red side of North London. That's a fact. You're not lying. Fardeen says attack. Hopefully. Have we covered everything? We spoke on De Jong, we spoke on Martinez, Ronaldo, Maguire being captain, Ericsson. Anything else, Eddie, you want to add?
Oh, what are your thoughts coming up with our preseason match for tomorrow? What are you are you gonna watch it? Are you expecting anything new, kind of thing?
I'm not gonna watch it probably because I think it's 2 p.m. UK time, so probably not. I'm gonna be running around. I got stuff to do tomorrow. I gotta get trim people. I gotta trim this beard. I have, man. I got some stuff out.
Man. I got this shag on the top. I gotta get. You know me. I don't like this.
Yeah, I got trim. I got to get this beard trimmed. I got stuff to do. I got a show I'm hosting on Saturday. I'm shooting a video on Sunday, so I gotta get prepared for the weekend. Yeah, man. In regards to the friendly, no, I'm just looking again for the same intensity, the same desire, the same passion, the same style. Like, I want to see patterns of play. I want our fan base to be gassed and being shameless on social media. I want to see him utilizing players in the same way and stuff like that. Not just because he was against Liverpool. You want him barking instructions. Ten Hag did come out and say that we made a lot of mistakes, which is good. Like, we're being coached, which is great.
Yeah.
And he's coaching in training sessions and he's coaching from the sidelines. And what's crazy is the coach should coach. But we've had coaches who've not coached in however many years. That's a problem.
Right.
So, yeah, man, I'm with it. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Well, looking for in terms of the friendlies. Because in what is 11? Yeah, 11 UK time, 6 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, in the long term, it don't mean anything. Whether we win or lose, it's not going to mean anything come the opening day. Pray for no injuries as well, and these players to get their fitness up. That's what I'm looking for. What are you looking for in regards to it?
No, I'm about the same. I think for me, I just need to continue to see patterns. Like, I knew when the ball went to certain areas, what pass we were looking to make after. I think, and also just seeing the rest of what the squad has to offer. That's another one for me that I'm really interested in. I think Maguire's gonna play, so I would like to see what he turns into in this system, what he looks like in this system. Do I have a lot of faith in him? No, I still don't have a lot because that's what he's done. He's given me every reason to doubt him as a player, but it will be interesting to see how he looks. So that's what I'm just always the youngsters, see if they get more of an opportunity, and yeah, that's pretty much it. The youngsters and seeing what type of bullshit Maguire about to be on.
Yeah. We'll see. Like, that's legit it. I'm not really, like I said, friendlies I don't really pay too much attention to. I hate non-competitive matches. This is why I don't watch them. I'm just no injuries. As long as we get no injuries and the style's good results, confidence stays high. That's pretty much it. Like I said, come the opening day of the season, none of that issue's going to matter. If we go 2-0 down to Brighton on the opening day of the season, preseason isn't going to matter. Same way if we go 2-0 up against Brighton, preseason ain't going to matter. It's all about results in the Premier League, results in the Europa League, results in the FA Cup and League Cup. I keep staying this. I'd be more interested. I'm more on the transfer watch. Like, who else do we bring in? Because if we manage to get Ericsson, Martinez in before the first game of the season. Hey, I'm with that. All of a sudden, we start to look different. Throw Donny in the mix, Sancho in the mix as well. Like, you got Malacia there. You got all of a sudden, I like this team. The first time I look at the team, I look at the manager and go, I like this. In a long, long time. It's not just hope. I genuinely can see the quality there. So the hair and goal, cool. The lower Malacia as fullbacks. This is me talking hypothetically. Yeah, Shaw might play, but I'm saying in the ideal world for me, Malacia and Delos, your fullbacks. You got a Varane, Bailly, Martinez, whatever mix you want to throw in there of them in the midfield. You throw a De Jong, Ericsson, Donny in the midfield. You got Sancho, hopefully a new right winger, and Martial up top. That's pretty much a new team. We were talking about having a new team. That team I just named is a new team minus De Gea. It's only really De Gea, Low, Varane. You can throw Fred, Sancho. But it's like when I say it's a new team, it's quality of the players I named there. Like I'm a fan of Delo. Varane's calm. Sancho's cool. But yeah, man, we'll see. Of course, Fardine, of course we want Maguire out. But that time will come. We ain't gonna get rid of him this summer. So we'll see. Hopefully Ten Hag can utilize him, but he's not that bad.
Yeah, because again,
go on, fam.
You got it.
Nah, it's cool, fam. Go on.
Oh, yeah, no, because it's like people, 80 million. That's all I gotta say. 80 million. You could, see, it's like when you see shoes online, they might cost more than you want to pay for them. But you like, fuck it. Online, they look fire. Then you get them in person. Oh, these shoes ain't shit. You still gonna wear them. You pay too much goddamn money not to wear them.
No refunds. Them ones in it. You utilize what you have. But on that note, we're gonna close. You utilize what you got, and that's what Ten Hag needs to do. Utilize what he's got. But yeah, this ain't FIFA. Fadi and you're a joker. But yeah, people, we're gonna close out this show. We're back tonight on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch. Sports Q&A, people. Sports Q&A live on the Twitch. That'll be at midnight. I'm literally going on Rance's Twitch at 7 p.m. So I'll be there. Aaron will be there. Saeed will be there, I believe, as well. So make sure you get over to his Twitch. Rance is probably gone live already. So make sure you head over to the Twitch. And then I'll probably be with Matisse on his Twitch. Probably 10:30. Whenever Love Island's done. So probably 10:30, 11 people. So we staying busy. As for the ManDem United podcast, you get them here every Thursday, every Tuesday, 5:30 p.m. So every Thursday, every Tuesday, 5:30 p.m. Obviously, Thursday, I'm here joined by my West Coast brother, Eddie, talking all things Manchester United. Whether we sign players or not, we're here. And we're going to continue to show people all throughout the season. This show does not stop. Like I said, every Tuesday, every Thursday, 5:30 p.m. It's also available on audio platform as well, people. So if you want to listen on SoundCloud, Spotify, or iTunes, the links underneath in the description, because you might want to listen while you're driving, while you're cooking, while you're cleaning, while you're at work, or you might just not want YouTube open. So yeah, Eddie, big up as always, fam. Anything you want to add?
Appreciate you, big dog. Oh, you know what I gotta do it. I gotta do it. I gotta do it one time. Chat Mafia. Say 37. Now I'm not gonna go crazy. I need 40. Tell me, you ask, why do I need 40? Well, if I don't get 40, I'm gonna have Cam come back here and tell y'all why Arsenal. I'm not gonna get.
Cam on some. Shout out Cam, but he was wild.
Y'all just get us to 40 likes, man. Y'all quit playing with us. Y'all get us to 40 likes, man.
He's wilding in that Q&A. Shout out to my guy Cam. Wilding in that Q&A. He was on a muzzle. He was. Go check that out, people. Go check out that Q&A. And love to everyone that has locked in. Keep an eye on the upcoming live stream schedule here on the YouTube and on the Twitch. Let you know all the shows that are coming up, people. But love to everyone that's locked in. And this has been the ManDem United podcast on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube.